I was married for 20 years, and most of those years I was in a sexless marriage. And look, I guess I was an idiot, right? I hung on for 16 more years because in basically year 4, she checked out. And how she checked out, the kissing changed. And so I'm going to tell you guys, when the kissing changes in a relationship or in a marriage, it's done, it's over. That's a telltale sign. So in this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over what I did ultimately and why you should do the same thing. But look, if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Kane. I'm the Silver Bachelor. This channel is 100% dedicated to dating advice for older guys. And if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button and a notification button because I'm dropping videos every week. All right. Yeah, just like I said earlier, I was an idiot. I hung on for 16 more years after she checked out. And I was also an idiot for not recognizing the telltale sign when a woman checks out. And I'm here to say to you guys, when a woman checks out, there's no recovery. There's nothing you can do. There's no couples therapy that will fix it. There's no you earning more money that will fix it. Spending more time with the kids that will fix it. Nothing will fix it. When she checks out, she checks out. And the number one sign she's checked out is when the kissing changes. And when I say the kissing changes, she's not kissing you passionately like she used to, right? She's not, it's just a peck on the lips, a little peck on the cheek. You know why she's doing that? Because she's checked out and she doesn't want you to get sexually aroused, because God forbid you get sexually aroused and now you actually want to have sex with her. And this is when a sexless marriage starts, right? She doesn't want you touching her. And by the way, what is wild is when she doesn't want you touching her, the number one place she doesn't want you to touch her is her breasts. That's right, the breasts. The breasts are like, she is like, oh no. If she's checked out, she doesn't want you touching her here. She's somewhat okay with it down there, but definitely not in the breast area. And again, this happened to me, so stupid me. I didn't recognize that and I hung on. So at the end of the day, I fucking left her. Okay? I was the one to leave the marriage because I realized there's no hope. We tried couples therapy. It's shit show, okay? And I'm here to say, once you're going to couples therapy, it's done. I don't know why women suggest this shit, because she's already checked out. And it's like her brain is struggling with, oh, on the one hand, she's checked out, but she's like, why am I checked out? I don't understand why I've checked out, but she's checked out. No amount of couples therapy is going to fix it, gentlemen. I will also say this. If you're not married yet, right, and you're watching this video, or maybe you're thinking of a second marriage, I'm here to tell you, scientifically proven fact, that the more you spend on the wedding, the faster the divorce. That's right. The more you spend on that wedding, the faster the divorce. That is a proven scientific fact. So don't spend big bucks if you are going to get married. And look, I got a quick story for you. When I was broke at the time, she was broke. I was 29 and I was just kind of barely starting my career, right? I'd only graduated from university a few years earlier. And so when she said to me, when we were dating, she's like, look, I don't want to have one of those long engagements. So if we're going to get engaged, then please marry me soon. And I said, okay. So we get engaged and I said, well, why don't we just get married right away? And she said, all right. She's like, when are you thinking? And I'm like, in 2 months. So she's like, okay. So I barely had enough money for a ring. I definitely didn't have enough money to buy a dress, let alone a fucking cake at the wedding, okay? Let alone a reception. My parents stepped in and said, hey, look, we'll cover your reception up to so much money. We had like 60 people at the wedding, so it was pretty small. So me thinking I'm going to be doing a good thing, I decide to buy a ring. I didn't spend that much. She actually suggested a moissanite ring. She's like, hey, look, there's this thing called moissanite, and it's shinier than an actual real diamond. It's cheap. Nobody can tell it's a fake diamond unless it's actually at a jeweler and they look at it through a microscope or whatever. And so she's like, you can get like a 1 carat moissanite ring for like $500. And I said, all right. So I go, and that's the engagement ring that I bought her, right? And for the wedding dress, she's like, it's okay. I'm going to ask my friend if I can borrow her dress. It's a beautiful dress. Okay, cool. My parents pay for the reception. What we did for the cake is I actually rented a fake cake. You can do that. There are fake cakes you can rent just for show. They took the cake away, brought it to the back, and in the back we had slabs of Costco cake. So they cut the Costco cake, and I got the cake in the same color. So they started serving the cake, and people thought, oh, wow, okay, this is the cake that they actually had, right? Obviously, we didn't have a cutting of the cake ceremony. So my point of all this story is that fast forward about year 3, year 4, when she was close to checking out of the blue, we're sitting there on the couch, and we're watching a movie. And out of the blue, she says, I have a lot of regrets regarding the wedding. And I'm like looking at her like, what? Complete curveball. So I said, what? And she said, yeah, I really wish I had a dress. I really wish I had a ring. And I really wish I had a cake. And my heart sunk. And I looked at her and I was like, okay, you're telling me this now? But at the time, you wanted me to marry you up, not wait to save up money. And so we got married quick, and you were okay with it. You were the one who actually suggested the moissanite. You're the one who suggested borrowing a dress from your friend. This is women. Men, they're all pretty much the same, right? Women have this one thing in one point, and then they change their mind later. And I'm telling you, most importantly, when they check out, they've checked out. So if you're in a relationship and she doesn't want to have sex with you, or you're in a marriage, she doesn't want to have sex with you, the kissing has changed. You've noticed that. You need to leave her, okay? No looking back. Pay the price. Your freedom, your peace of mind is better than ultimately becoming a beta over time, a doormat, and with somebody that you're basically not even good friends with. You don't even want to hang out with this person. And there's no recovering, guys. There's none. When she checks out, it's over. It's over. And rather than living your life in shackles, okay, when I say shackles, I mean that. You're basically in prison. But think about it this way. If a prisoner knew that he was going to go to jail for 25 years because of the crime, and his lawyer comes back and says, look, I got some good news and bad news. The good news, I can negotiate a deal and get you out in 5 years instead of 25. But the bad news, you're going to have to pay $250,000. And let's say you don't have $250,000. And the lawyer says, yep, I understand. You might be broke for the rest of your life, but you'll get out in 5 years. How many fucking prisoners would choose 25 years and not pay 250 grand versus getting out in 5 years and paying 250 grand? No prisoner would choose 25-year sentence over the 5 years and pay the fucking price, right? So I'm encouraging you guys to pay the price. Leave her if you're in a sexless marriage. If the kissing has changed, you've sensed she's checked out, go, bye, be done with it. And it's brutal. It's going to be hard on you emotionally. I understand, like it was on me. But when I made that decision, after a couple weeks, the peace, the weight just got lifted off of my shoulders, and I have no regrets to this day. Yes, I'm still paying the price for this, but it's worth it. So that's what I wanted to do this video about, is to share my story with you guys and encourage you. Walk forward and don't look back.